Hi, everyone. So I'm Alex, and this is Ileana. Thank you for joining us today. We will show you a short presentation about our CRM, Automate365 by NowCerts. First, we will describe what Automate365 is and what a CRM system is. Then we will both talk about the key benefits an insurance agency will get by using the system. And finally, we will explain how the integration between Automate365 and NowCerts works. At the end, we will have, of course, a short Q&A session. As you probably might know, a CRM system helps managing the customer relationship processes, interactions, marketing campaigns, pipeline management, etc. NowCerts has built a specific CRM for the needs of the insurance agencies. That is Automate, integrated, and based on NowCerts data. There are two ways to log in into Automate. One would be to log in directly from the link automate.nowcerts.com, shown here at the top. And then you will be prompted to enter a login security code that you can receive via email or SMS, up to your preference, set up in your profile. The other way, there you go. The other way to access Automate is from the left-hand side navigation menu on NowCerts. After you click on Automate365 button, you can go to Book of Business, and then you will see your agency's contact list. Right. On the right side of each contact, you will be able to see whether it has exported to Automate365 or not yet. The green square with the letter A indicates that the contact is already existing in the CRM system. By clicking on it, and then on the little green eye shown here, you will be redirected to Automate365. There you go. Once you open Automate365, I would suggest the first place to go to be Conversations. I can check whether someone has sent an email or an SMS and if there's something urgent to be done. In this particular example, we acknowledge the receival of the agency request for a certificate of insurance and confirm when they should have it actually. Thanks to a webhook and a workflow, those SMS communicate with NowCerts as well. Incoming and outgoing.
That is correct. And also, if you have the mobile app downloaded on your phone, it is called Lead Connector. You can receive a pop-up notification showing you that there is a new message for you so that you never miss another message. And as you see, this is a screenshot of my phone. If you tap on it, you will see the message and the whole conversation in the mobile app. Additionally, we can set up internal notifications via email if you want to receive an email anytime someone responds to your messages. Also, thanks to the webhook that Alex just mentioned, if you go to NowCerts, you can see the SMS conversations that took place in Automate without having to go to Automate actually. If you go to a specific insured record, as we have shown here in this screenshot, and you go to Notes, then you can see both the incoming and the outgoing SMS as notes.
Right, and going back to Automate365, here we have an example of a response from an insured confirming that they accept the quote for a homeowner's policy. They would like to proceed with writing the policy. In this case, what I would usually do is I would add a task for it to be transferred over to NowCerts, and one of the agents will enter the new policy there. Thanks to a workflow, all tasks can be sent over from Automate to NowCerts. Here, I would like to mention that there are multiple pre-designed workflows available for each agency. And there is also an endless number of options for custom workflows to be added based on your specific agency needs and processes.
For example, one such custom workflow is the workflow that we have created in our account for task reminders. And this is the task reminder that I got on my email when Alex added the task. In the task reminder, you can specify what you want to see, whether you want to see the insured's name, their email, the title and description of the task, the due date, etc. And also, if you go to NowCerts, you can see that same task. As Alex mentioned, it goes over from Automate to NowCerts immediately and automatically. And if you click on one not started task on the insured record, you will go to the tasks list and you will see that exact same task that Alex entered in Automate. So now that I have the task to add a homeowner's policy, I would go to the policies list in NowCerts. We see that right now there is only one policy, and I click to add a new one. I enter the policy number, effective date, business type, and so on. And there we go. We have homeowners in addition to personal auto. And if we click on Actions in the upper right corner, and then on View in Automate365, we can actually go to the insured record of Alexandra Rangelova, this specific insured, in Automate. So if we go there and if we click on Additional Info, we will see all of the policy information that was entered in NowCerts, the way it was entered there. So this is the first policy that was there, and this is the second policy that we entered for the homeowners. And here you can also see on the right side the task that was not yet closed.
Going back to Automate365 features, what I really like do in the morning is going to the calendar feature. This helps me organize my daily schedule when I look at the calendar overview every morning. I have connected my Google and my Outlook calendars and turned on the option to check for conflicts. Whenever I need some quiet time to respond to emails or prepare quotes, I add blocked off time. If you'd like to meet with someone, you can send them the link to your calendar so they can pick and book the most convenient date and time. You can show the next slide. This is how it looks like. They can pick a date and time, and you can set the settings in your calendar settings for how long the appointment slot should be, what the intervals would be, what your availability for the week is, and so on and so on. The dashboard. So after checking the conversations and the calendar, I like to look at the dashboard. That gives me an excellent overview of the current situation, the state of how many new opportunities there are, what needs to be done next. You can also access the task list here, and you can see what is coming up for the day. Opportunities is one very important part of Automate, because here you can review the different pipelines when you need to look more into details. For example, here we can review the new business pipeline. There are 3 new opportunity cards, and I will work on those and check where they came from. Did they fill out a form on our website and a workflow brought their contact here, or maybe they were manually entered in NowCerts or here in Automate. What I can do with those contact cards is I can drag and drop them to the next pipeline stages, or I can directly bring them down to one of the statuses: lost, abandoned, or won, depending on what their current status is. Here, there is another example of the pending cancellation pipeline. For example, when you enter a status in NowCerts with pending cancel, the system brings over the contact card directly to the first stage of this pipeline in notice received and triggers the workflow. This workflow sends reminders to the insureds for them to pay on time. And then the next stages can be either manually or automatically processed. Here you have an example of how I create a task for a pending cancellation, and I can also assign it to a specific agent. Entering here on the right side, I'm very simply communicating with Ileana. Please enter a pending cancellation status in NowCerts, and this will be brought over into NowCerts.
Yes, and thanks to the workflow I mentioned that we have built, I can actually receive a reminder that the task was created and I have work to do. Then I don't need to go to Automate to see the task. I can just go to NowCerts. I will see that on this insured record, there is one task that is not started yet. And if I click on it, I will see the task list and this exact task to enter a pending cancellation status. To do that, I will go to pending cancels. Right now, there is no pending cancellations. So I click on add new, enter the date, choose the policy, any description if there is, save it. And now we see that there is a pending cancellation. Again, like before, if we click on actions in the upper right corner, we will see the option to view in Automate365, and this will open this insured record in a new tab in your browser. So when it opens this record in Automate, if we go to additional info, we will see actually that the status of this policy has changed. It shows that it is pending cancel. And if we click on the tab contact just beneath the name of the insured, and we scroll all the way down, we can see if this insured is part of any workflows at the moment or in the past, and any opportunities. So what we're showing here is that right now this insured was added to the workflow called cancellation policy 1. This is the automation for pending cancellations, one of them actually, and it is triggered when the status of a policy changes to pending cancel. Also, thanks to this workflow, this opportunity was created. It is an opportunity card or deal card, just as the ones that Alex showed in the pending cancellation pipeline in the first stage, notice received. And also, thanks to the workflow, this email was sent out regarding the pending cancellation. That was all from us. Thank you very much for all of your attention. And if you have any questions, you can put them in the chat, or you will also see a Q&A button. If you are unable to type, you can click to raise your hand. There is such an option so that we know to unmute you. Thank you very much.